What's going on, everybody? Ryan here with.
Mike, yay, as
Yeah,
usual.
shut up. Last time we had Corey, so it doesn't. It's not usual.
I
It's
guess so.
different.
That's true.
So you gotta jump with it, Mike. You gotta move with it. You gotta be. Yeah.
You gotta be
I don't
green
know.
with it.
You gotta be green with it. Green is in. I don't know. But number 20, we're gonna do something cool, but that didn't happen because time and in life. So
And we didn't know it was
honestly,
20 until like 2 seconds ago.
yeah, really. I completely forgot. It feels like I feel bad because we haven't done one in a while, and I honestly lately haven't had the mindset to do one. It's because I don't know. I've been juggling some other thoughts and stuff, so I haven't really been. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Not that like side of you or whatever you could say. Haven't had that lately, so
Yeah. Yeah.
juicing up with other stuff.
Juicing it up.
So how was Arizona, Mike? You went to Arizona over for Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, boy. Do I have a story to tell you? Not really. It wasn't that good. It was pretty cold the entire time. Like, what was it? Low 50s, maybe mid 50s some days, but it was pretty chilly. And it rained like the day we got there, and that wasn't fun. So, other than that, though, we went shopping a lot, got some clothes, and we climbed a mountain, and that was it.
You climbed a mountain?
Yeah, there's like a mountain in the middle of Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. No one ever. I never heard about the mountain in the middle of Phoenix.
Well, there is, so,
That's
it's
cool.
called
I mean,
Camelback.
getting your exercise in. You gotta stay fit while you're in Arizona.
Yep.
If there's no heat to dry you out, you have to find other means to
Yeah,
blubber out. I don't know. Fuck.
blubber
Shit,
out.
dude. I can't even remember. It's been so long since we've been here. It's like I don't know what's changed. Did we even did we the second trimester started a while ago. Your guys' second quarter is ending soon.
Yeah, dude. It ends
Um
like
Everything's going so
after
fucking fast.
after Christmas break.
Yeah, dude, I mean everything kind of ends so fast. I mean, time is just kind of everything's like flying by like now. It's already Thanksgiving just happened. We're already into December. Through 3 weeks and then Christmas break and then hey, how long is your Christmas break this year?
Uh, I Here, let me check, but I believe we get out on the 20th.
20th. I think we get out. Fuck, we get out like I think we get out the exact same day. Yeah, like we get out. Well, that we're in school the 20th, and then we the Saturday. But we come back on the third. No, on the second
The
of January.
second?
Yeah, it's so stupid. We have a week and a half off. We don't even have a full 2 weeks.
Oh my God, dude.
I think our spring break is like just as short. It's like they cut off like a huge chunk of it. So
I don't know where all these days are coming from too. It's like we don't even get out that much earlier. It seems like.
when do you get out? Well, you're in like full tilt. What time do you guys get out?
Right, all right. Christmas break starts. Yeah. Oh wait, the 20th is the last day of school, and then
Okay.
like the 21st is a Saturday,
Mhm.
and then January we come back the 6th.
That make that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know why they cut it short this year. That makes no sense. They did the same thing with spring break, and they didn't like add or subtract that. And if anything, they took away more days off that we had instead of adding more. But when do you guys get out for summer?
Summer? Oh jeez, I
Yeah.
gotta check. June. Uh, the um, I don't.
It better not be in May. I'm
It,
gonna flip shit if it is.
is it in May?
It sounds like it is because you can't find it right now.
High school Saturday detention? No, no, it can't be in May. Uh, the 4th, maybe. I don't
Fourth
know.
of June. That kind of makes sense then, because we get our school gets out. Everyone gets out the 31st, but seniors get out the 16th of May. So that makes sense why we have a shorter Christmas break, because you would be in. That's like what? That's about the time given up for compensation of breaks.
Yeah,
But then if you think about it, you think about when you go back, and we don't have that information yet. So I don't. I feel like I don't know why they juggle it around so much. If you're like, it should be consistent. Like I don't know why they feel they need to jump it around every year. every year it's different. You know,
Uh-huh.
like why isn't there just set day to go in, set day to come back? Just like
Oh wow.
why
Yeah,
isn't it
we only have
just
a week for spring break now.
yeah, like we have less than a week. I think it's like it's just all fucked up. It doesn't even make sense
We
anymore. I
have
don't even
1, 2, 5,
like they're
7. We have
like I feel like
9 days.
they're trying to push that like kind of in a way I feel like more when you're in school you're in it for more time with less break, less days off for some reason. I don't know why, cuz school's like a job in a way where every once in a while you need that extra day or just a little bit of time away. You know
Yeah,
what I
I know what
mean?
you're saying.
Like I don't know. People always treat school and like sports and stuff as like a full time thing, like full time, and it makes sense why you consider it that. That's why you still need to have that break.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey, was talking about the computer parts lately.
Computer parts? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What
so I
what
think
was he saying?
he's trying to get his parents to get him some parts for Christmas. I guess he wants,
Nice.
and he doesn't really have that much money. But if he can get his parents to get him some stuff for Christmas and whatnot, he could probably have a computer by spring break. He doesn't work enough to make it. He's like, because he told me he says he has like $300 or $400 right now, and he's been working for probably 2 months. But he only works like 1 day a week, and he gets like 10 hours a week, and he only makes minimum wage. So that's like
$70.
that's like $60. Yeah, like 60 or 50 with taxes.
No, it's like 70. 'Cause you get like $7 an hour with taxes.
I don't know. Taxes is a lot, dude. It's like almost a quarter of my paycheck.
Jeez. Where do you live that you had to pay so much taxes?
How much How much? What percent? I think it's like 22% of like the original
Really?
amount it comes out
22.
to. Something
Ours
like
is
that.
like
It's over 20.
ours is
Maybe it might be 18. It's pretty. I think it's over 20. It's bad. It's
yeah.
pretty pathetic. I don't know why it's so high, but it's pretty. It's pretty dumb, honestly. So,
Yeah. You know, I'm
um,
looking at my school schedule and I'm looking at May and we don't have a single day off in May.
you
Oh,
have to have off for
Memorial
what's the
Day.
Memorial? Yeah, you have to have off for Memorial Day
That's the only day. And then in March, April, we don't have a single day off.
in April.
No.
Isn't April when spring break is?
No, it's in March.
What? Isn't it? Easter's in April?
No. Sometimes it's in March, sometimes it's in April.
Is it in March this year?
It doesn't say.
It must be. It must be in March this year then, because usually Easter falls. Actually, honestly, Easter always falls at the end of spring break.
Yeah,
It
well,
never really falls
some
at the
schools
beginning
do
anymore.
it where it's like the beginning, some schools do it where it's the end. Some schools just don't even do it around Easter.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know why everything's kind of everything should be more universal.
Yeah.
Everyone wants that big universal push, but they never actually like go out there and do it, I guess.
All right.
So, I don't know, I don't know if it's like a weird thing, but it's just like why aren't you doing a universal thing when that's always what you talk about or something?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah, well. I don't know, man. There's just not enough time in the day anymore.
So, that Steam sale though.
Yeah, I didn't buy
You
anything.
didn't buy anything?
No, I didn't like. I thought about maybe getting BioShock Infinite when they had a deal on it. If I would have known you would got, if I would have known you bought Payday 2, I would have bought that so we
Yeah.
could play. But I didn't know. I looked at the things and I'm just like, I'm not gonna play any of these games, so I might as well just wait till summer and maybe I'll play some of them then, and I'll buy them then when they're cheaper.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I thought, because you know how many games I have now. I haven't even played
You
half
have
of them.
88 games. I checked.
Right now, I'm playing Assassin's Creed, and I'm actually playing it. And then I'll play Battlefield with you, and then we'll play the other games that you bought that we both have. I'll play, I can finally play some of these games. I have something to play with. But I don't really have time to play any of them. And, like, right now, the little bit of time I have, I play Assassin's Creed. Because that game, honestly, is the shit.
Nice.
It's a really good game.
no,
I'm not going to...
Wait, scratch that. You have 78 games.
Whoops. But if you think the games that don't have that are on Steam, it might be...
Yeah.
It might be a bit more like
Probably
that. So,
88.
yeah, something around there, Just games.
Just games.
You coming to the next game night?
It's game night.
Game night,
I don't know. Probably.
hopefully.
Just have to run
You
it
have to
by.
at least come to the one that's my house. Why would they say no?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say absolutely, 'cause you never know with my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your family kind of jumps around sometimes, but they're universal like my family. So got a smart TV.
Nice, dude.
We're on the roll.
How's that
Oh,
working?
it's nice. I forgot to tell my dad what you said about the movies. I remembered last night and I forgot to tell him. I'm gonna tell him tonight.
Yeah. It
I'm
just
like,
always seemed odd to me that you
I
had
know.
so
I
many
not
movies, but you never had a good
Yeah.
TV.
Like you mentioned it to me, and I never even thought about that. Like when you mentioned it, I was like, that what's going on here? Like
I know.
that's a I know. Like I mean, he did have at the old house. He did have surround sound. So I mean,
Yeah.
we had a good movie room. We just didn't have like I don't know if flat screens were really hip when before I
Yeah.
moved. Like
No,
they were just coming in.
we had one.
They weren't.
We still have
Yeah,
it. It's right next to me.
yeah, the one in your basement. But
Big,
that's
huge,
like
giant one.
that's an older version. It's not like that's the one that still had the backing on it, not just like inch thin.
Yeah.
So they weren't really like the hip thing yet. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I never thought about that really. I never even like thought about that.
Uh-huh.
But my dad really likes it. He's getting a kick out of it. He was like geeking out when we were setting up and watched a movie on it. He's like, "This picture is so amazing." I'm like,
Welcome to the 21st century.
"Welcome." I know. I'm like, I don't know, it was just funny. My parents are they're just too much lately.
Did you get a Blu-ray?
Yeah, Blu-ray player.
Nice.
It was the bundle. Like it came. The TV was like
Oh,
I guess it was like 800 something, and then it came with a Blu-ray player too.
nice.
So
Oh,
he settled for like instead of getting like a 52 or 54 inch, he got the 50-inch and then a Blu-ray player,
oh yeah.
something like that.
Nice.
It was like a bundle. That's what he said. So
Right.
it works fine. It's nice. Got a little keyboard thing, and it's nice. I like it. It's
What company is
gives
it?
me a company. It's Samsung. We got Samsung.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, Samsung. Like I don't know. Like we like Samsung. They have like the best picture quality thing about it. Vizio is really good, but for smart TVs, honestly, Samsung is a little bit ahead of the curve with everybody.
Yeah.
Then you'd find Vizio probably, and the other companies really just don't. They just don't know.
LG is pretty good too.
LG is good. No one ever really talks about LG. I don't know
Yeah. Well,
why that
they have like
is.
some good like their more expensive TVs are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like their smart TVs, but their regular TVs are just kind of overpriced.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
So, we have a Vizio. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you have a Vizio. Yeah, Vizio's nice. It was either gonna be a Vizio or a Samsung, and we got the Samsung. So
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, like I got the small Vizio. I might I can't. You know what I'm gonna do when I get older, or not even when I get older. Like once I start making more money and I get my stuff going. Even with whether I have an apartment or whatnot, but like on every TV I have, I'm just gonna have like a little mini built computer for every TV, and that's it. Just like
Really?
that does. Yeah, like why not?
I guess so. I mean,
Like
just
you have
pop in a decent graphics card and
yeah,
not
wireless
even not
DVD
even like a
player.
decent, just
Yeah, I
graphics
mean,
card, a motherboard.
yeah, a little bit of RAM. You don't need much. A little hard drive for your operating system, and then you
And
got you have a
bam.
wireless keyboard. You can browse the internet easily. That's why you have to make sure you have probably. I'd say you want to have at least 6 to 8 gigs of RAM though, just so you can multitask. But then you have the internet easy. You can still go on Netflix and do all your.
You can do that
And then if
easy peasy, like 2 gigs.
I don't know, man. It's honestly
Like,
it depends
I
what
would
kind of
say
stuff you got running on that computer.
4 at the most. 'Cause
No, dude, like my laptop's got 4 gigs, and sometimes the internet locks up.
I don't know if that's the internet. I don't know if that's the RAM though.
It is though. The RAM literally almost exceeds 4 gigabytes all the time.
Huh.
I don't know. Like right now, I'm gonna check. Right now, mine runs at about 6 gigs of RAM.
Control
Let's
Shift
see.
Escape. What's mine running at?
Yeah,
All right, memory 2.3.
yeah. Right now, mine runs at about 4. So that's exceeding the amount on my laptop. So I think 6 or 8's a good number, and it's not really that pricey either. I mean, if you have the money, why not? You get a little SSD in there, a little motherboard. You put it in a small tower, small motherboard. Everything's small. Get a decent sound card maybe, so you can just whether you do like
Oh
a
yeah.
Bluetooth setup or just a wired surround setup thing for the audio, and that's it. it's not pricey, and then you don't have to. You get a Blu-ray player for your disc drive if you want to watch movies, right?
Yeah.
And then you can still go on your Netflix and everything. And then it's like a smart aspect of it. You can still go on all your websites, but then it makes the whole keyboard aspect of it a lot easier because it's a computer.
Yep.
Or if you wanted to, you could have both. Maybe I know like your TV in your living room, you have both, right?
Uh-huh.
So you have maybe a nicer computer that you can play games on the big screen, right?
Uh-huh. You could use the Steam Big Picture.
Yeah, like if you had the money, which hopefully I will have, it'd just be cool things to have, just why not,
Yeah.
Just every once in a while, it's just nice to like I'm not going to use a TV a lot, right? Maybe one movie or one TV show a week on it, but it's just nice to be able to do it whenever you want to because it's there. That's how I look at all the things. It's just nice to have it so it's there.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. So, yeah, piggy banking off of that. So, Saturday morning, I woke up and I came downstairs and nobody was home. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, this is weird. I thought Kelly's soccer game was like 2 hours ago. So, and then they come home like an hour later and they're like, guess what, Michael? I'm like, what? We bought all new appliances. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say. No, really, look at the receipt. And apparently they just left one morning and decided to go get all new appliances at Lowe's. Like, what? Who does that?
Like what?
Like,
Like what'd they
they
get?
got a new fridge, a new stove, a new dishwasher, and a new microwave for the kitchen.
I could see the refrigerator and the microwave, but a stove and dishwasher?
Yeah, our dishwasher's like 20 years old. And same with the
Okay.
stove.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, you got the money for it. Why not? You got to upgrade eventually, right?
Yeah, I know. It just took me by surprise.
Yeah, I know. Like they did it. Yeah, like how I was so shocked when my parents bought when my mom and dad bought everything on Friday, like they did. Like,
It wasn't even on Friday. It was like Sunday.
yeah, just the fact that your parents did, they spent like this bulk amount of money all at once, and you're just like, what, what?
What?
Like,
You said you were poor.
yeah,
We're
right,
not
or something
poor.
like that. No, it's not that you're poor. It's just like they make it work when they have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what my parents are like. We're not rich at all. We live on the edge, honestly, but they make everything work, so we have the best.
Yeah.
That's what the good families and the good stuff is. So
The good stuff.
yeah, the point is that it's important to like when you recognize that it's like a good thing too. So, cause like if I were rich, right, or you were rich, we wouldn't have to have jobs, and if we did, our parents would still be throwing us money.
Yeah. Our jobs would just be there to teach us,
Yeah.
work,
Mhm.
I guess.
Cause I mean that's a lot. I think with a lot of kids that have wealthy parents, especially people that I know, like they have jobs and their parents are still throwing them money. I got a job because my parents are like, we're not throwing you money anymore, kid. You want money, you have to go get it yourself. So
Yeah.
it's just like a funny thing. So
Uh-huh.
I feel it's just like I don't know. It's weird. I feel like what do you think is the right way to um raise or to teach a teenager or young adult like to get them into like actually like knowing what to expect in life?
Oh boy.
Is there a way that you think to do that or like that you could do it? How would you do it
How would I do it?
right now? Yeah, how would you do it right now if you had a
So
kid?
if I had a son right now, a son.
Yeah.
This is for a son.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
would I would drive to the middle of East Cleveland and kick him on the curb and tell him live there for a week and then come crawling back to me and you'll see how good you have it and how you have to work for your stuff. All right? How would you do it?
I mean, I don't know. I could see you doing that. That's why I'm laughing. Like I could literally see you doing that because you would just do that. Except you'd like drive around the block and wait for him to like come screaming, and then you'd be like, okay.
I would like talk to someone in East Cleveland, drop them off at their in front of their house.
Yeah.
That old black guy that's sitting on his porch staring at you like he's gonna kill you. We all know that house. Yeah, I'd befriend that guy so I could drop him off there. But anyway, like for real. Oh boy, how would I do this? I would probably just like tell him to get a job and cut him off from
Okay.
like me helping him out so much, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's more like an advice thing, not really like.
Like if he needed my money for something like he got in deep
And
with the wrong people,
yeah,
sure,
or like
I'd
yeah.
pay him for that, and then he'd have to pay me back. But
Mhm.
stuff like that, nothing.
I don't know. I don't know. I just get this vibe from people that like a lot of people just honestly they're not ready for what's out there. They think that the real world is that you get multiple chances at things and things are going to be like easy going and everything's going to be handed to you.
Yeah,
Cuz that's how everyone portrays things and that's how they act, you know? Like everyone thinks you have so many chances to do things.
yeah, that's true.
But in the real world, you fuck up one time, you're done. Like there's no second chances
Well,
with a real
if
job.
you mess it up like more than if you mess it up badly once, then there's no second chances. But if it's like small mistakes,
Yeah.
then you get
But
second chances.
but that's if you're good though.
I guess so.
If you're not good, then. But like when it comes to even like getting a job, I don't know. I talked to my one uncle on Thanksgiving. He came over,
Yeah.
and we were talking about what he asked me what I was gonna do after high school, whatever. And I told him, and we got onto the discussion about college and how it's like this big misconception how everyone always thinks you got to go to college just to get a good job and be doing good for yourself, and that's not the case at all. Especially not in America.
Well, I
Like
would say it's the case like more than half of the time.
if you have like the mentality to do that, like I see what you're saying.
Like
Like my dad
like
says,
even
like
so, having a college degree always sets you above someone that doesn't. Like it's always a plus. It's never a
it's a
minus.
plus. Yeah, it's a plus. Definitely, I agree with that. But like my dad says, there's some jobs that you have to go to college for. Like if you want to be a doctor, you got to go to college. You can't just
You can't
because like
just
what I
roll
want
up
to
to
do.
a doctor's office and apply for a job.
Yeah, like what I want to do. It's something that I don't need to go to college for. It'd be cool to maybe go to college and get like a communications degree in speaking, but it's an art that I could work on completely on my own.
So what are you doing?
You want me to tell you exactly what I'm gonna do? I have it like legitly set out. Like I've established it all,
All right,
and
go for
I'm
it.
gonna be independent. Honest truth, this is gonna happen. I am gonna be independently wealthy by 25, and if I'm not, then either there's option A where we get things straightened up right then and there and figure out what's going on, or we just join the military right then and there. But honestly, what I'm gonna do is once school's out, I'm gonna go full time. Why not? I have to. You just gotta do
You're
that,
gonna
and
go
then
full time with Bob Evans, or are you gonna
yeah,
go
like
somewhere else?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be making at least $9.50 by then, if not $10. And honestly, there'll be chances for me to like probably have some kind of management spot. Honestly,
Okay.
like that. Honestly, there's potential for that there. So that's just possibilities. But that's the plan there. So you do that. You're making that. I'm still gonna be here over the summer. But over the summer, I'm not gonna take it easy, but I'm gonna do some fun stuff with things. But I'm gonna start reading all these books and actually having time to compile all these ideas that I have about the speaking and about the things I want to talk about, right? And then try to piece that together into like you could call them like a seminar, like a video kind of thing, right? Like what we already do now.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm gonna start doing the this like stocks and stuff,
Stocks.
that kind of stuff, networking, all that
You're
kind of
gonna
stuff.
you're gonna get into stocks.
Yeah, why not?
It's risky.
It's not risky at all.
It
You
is
have to learn how to
risky.
do it. It's not
It
hard.
is risky.
It's
Even if
risky
you
if you
do
don't know
learn
what
how
you're
to do
doing.
it, it's still
Yeah, but that's if you don't know what you're doing. That's why you got to learn how to do it.
right.
Like, it's not a risky thing
So
if you know what
when
you're
you
doing.
say communications, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm. Like, by the degree thing or, like, just, like, communications in general?
Like what you're saying. I don't know.
Well, like, honestly, what I want to do with it is I'd like to do it where you have, like, where I could be, like, some kind of a speaker, right? But the base would be, like, on the internet, whether it be, like, a show, like a podcast or something, right?
Yeah.
Or a channel or something, but something like that, right, to start out, right?
Okay. All right.
And then you grow with it, and if it's good, which it will be, it's just going to take time and the opportunity for people to find it, but once it's there, it will only grow, right?
Okay.
And then before you know it, it becomes a small business, and you have, people calling you, asking you to come in and speak about this to kids or to adults or at something, you know what I mean? And before you know it, you're going to cities hosting your own things, and people want to come see you talk about things,
All
you
right.
know?
All right.
Honestly, one thing that I really want to do with it is I'd love to. That's kind of why maybe going to college after I have some money for a communications degree would be good. Would be to actually like work in a high school and have some kind of class where you go through like what the books are saying and what the actual laws and things are from actually reading them and understanding them. You know what I mean?
I
Like
I guess. I think I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Like that's how I
So
can't I don't know how else to describe it. What? Go ahead.
so are you gonna so your claim to fame is gonna be speaking, but
Kind
how
of, I
you're gonna
guess.
make money is by stocks?
No, but like that's a simple job. That's what you do to start out, right? You can make the thing about stocks is if you when you learn how to do it, you learn how to do it the right way, or read the books or the information from the people who've done it the right way and know what they're doing right,
Yeah.
and you make the right gamble, you make your fortune like that, and you're done.
Well, I don't know if it's like that.
Well, it can be like that, right? Or it's something that when you learn how to do it the right way, you're making decent things. So you don't have, it's not where you have to go to work every day. You wake up in the morning, you go on the computer for 2 hours, you look at the market, you still keep fresh in what you're doing and make sure you know what you're doing. You do your stuff, and then you go do whatever you want the rest of the day. And then at the end of the day, you sit back down for another 1 or 2 hours and do the same thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a life of just being able to do whatever you want whenever you want to.
All right.
And it's a life that's so possible. You just actually have to put in the time to do it. And the thing about it is I can be doing that while doing this, this, and that, and having multiple opportunities, right?
Okay.
And since I'm not in school anymore, I can actually focus on those things and actually sink in with the ideas. Like, that's why I can't do it now. I've tried, honestly, to start compiling all these thoughts and ideas about what I want to talk about, but I can't focus on it because I'm still focused on school and other things, right?
Yeah.
So I can't, it's just hard for me. The ideas don't stick as much. I have to listen to it more. And it's not that I don't have time, it's just that I'm trying to focus on school so that I can make sure that that's done and over with on the best note possible. Because there's no reason for it not to be.
So when do you so you're gonna live with your parents for like probably a year or two until you can
I don't know.
afford your own place?
We're gonna see, here's the thing the thing about that too, is there's opportunities to go and live with other people, right?
Oh yeah,
And
roommates and
if you're
stuff.
working with, yeah, if you're working full time, you have enough money to make it happen, um, and you learn the stock thing, you have the money, might as well, right? If you want to
Yeah.
go live with like someone, why not, right? Small apartment, take your stuff with you, why not? But
Yeah.
my dad and my mom are completely cool with me staying here as long as I pay a little bit if I'm actually doing stuff. That's the thing. You can't just be bumming out. You actually have to be doing the stocks, reading the books, and going to work every day.
Okay.
There's no lounging and just thinking it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of people do when they live at home. They slack.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like in a way, like not like slack, but
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I
think
know what you're
that they
saying.
don't have to like work or that they're still below, that they're still in high school in a way, and they don't have to like, I forget, I don't know how to describe
Make
it. Like
a
you're still a
living.
teenager.
You don't have to make
Yeah,
a living.
you're not on your own because you still live with your parents, even
Yeah.
though you are.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's the thing and the reason why I want to do it is because then it presents opportunities for multiple different things to happen, and there's always backup plans and fallback plans.
Okay.
You know, so like, and that's like a 18 to like 25. That's a what? That's a 7-year window about, right?
Yeah. 18. Yeah, 7.
So that's 7 years. That's almost 10 years to do what you want. And then if things are actually happening and things are progressing the way you want to, you can bend 25 to maybe 26, 27. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to monkey with it. And you never know. You never know who you're gonna meet and what you're gonna see in that time. You never know when you actually put yourself out there and actually do the stuff. And I found that the reason why I'm not doing it now so much is because the mind isn't there. Because you're worried about other things.
Uh-huh.
And there's just no drive because you're in school right now, and that I just know I can't put the mind in to do it all. And I really don't have as much time because you're in school for what, 7, 8 hours a day?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Plus you come home and either you hang out with like honestly, I don't have any days to myself anymore. I really don't. Like today's the only day that I have to myself, and I haven't even been to myself. I still have stuff I have to get done for stuff. And I came home and I started cleaning right away, and I haven't stopped, and now I'm doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Wednesdays I hang out with Courtney on Wednesday. Thursday I work. Friday I'm doing something. Saturday I work and then I'm doing something. Sunday I work through the day into the night. So maybe there's time at night to do something, but by Sunday night you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
You've had it.
It's like, Sunday night feeling.
Yeah, especially at the end of the work week. You've had it. And then Monday I hang out with Courtney, and then it rinse and repeats. I don't have there's not that if you could replace the time you're in school with the 2 hours of the stocks, 2 hours of reading the books, and then you still have the 8 hours to work full time every day.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then when you're doing the full time working thing, then you have you'll work 5 days, right?
Yeah.
But the way you set your schedule, you can have nights off to where you can still hang out with people at night and still do your at least your stocks or your books. So you flip flop one night maybe.
Okay.
And then the books work with compiling the speeches, taking the notes, and getting the ideas.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause you gotta watch the video I sent you. But honestly, this guy asked you 5 questions about how to know your life purpose, and when he talks about life purpose, he means like what you love to do and what you're gonna do and what you should be doing for the rest of your life, or what you should do with your life, right?
Uh-huh.
In a way.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like when I listen to it, I answered his questions, and I like speaking, I like talking to people and helping them because they need help. They just don't really know how to get it in a way. Cause like the stuff I like talking about now,
Yeah.
the deeper stuff, philosophical stuff, and how that stuff's all important to kind of be. You have to kind of just. It's stuff that I want to be able to bring to younger people because that's when you need to like think about the stuff.
Like how young?
High
High
school,
school. Okay.
yeah, not near high. I read an article about teaching philosophy and like elementary to children, like in elementary school and stuff,
Yeah.
and just how it just opens your eyes more to like different ways of thinking and stuff,
Okay.
and how things can work different ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the whole thing with public education and the education system is you're only supposed to think and do things one way. That's why they don't really teach philosophy until college, because philosophy is look at all these ways you can do things. And then public education, we're all equal one way.
Okay.
That's what I think. It's like it like bashes.
Yeah. 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 I feel you. I feel you.
But I just like talking about that kind of stuff, and it's hard to find people that want to talk about it with, I guess, when you're younger.
Uh-huh.
But when you do, it's a lot of fun though, because the ideas and stuff formulate. And it's just like unique in a way. But I have a question for you. I don't know, what do you want to do after high school? What is have you even like,
I'm pretty sure I know I'm gonna go to college,
okay?
and I'm either gonna be I'm thinking about electrical engineering,
All
so I
right.
can make computer parts and or like like processors or RAM or
Yeah.
something,
Mm-hmm.
or pharmacy.
Pharmacy. A lot of people, Cody wants to be a pharmacist.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's just like, I see what you're saying, yeah. And some kind of engineering thing. And you like electronics, so you're going to go in the electronics field of an engineering. There you go.
Yeah.
And then if not pharmaceuticals, they do make good money.
Yeah.
It's just decent amount of different kinds of schooling and stuff.
Yeah. It's like 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
but
So the thing about that too is like both things you have to go to college for.
yeah. The thing about pharmacy though, that's kind of like I don't know if I want to do it anymore, is like Obamacare coming out.
Yeah.
My aunt, she's a nurse or something like that. I don't know what exactly she is. She was talking about how like she got like some things changed once Obamacare came out, and some people are starting to earn like less money and less people and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Obamacare, honestly, it really hit the workforce in a negative way. It really did.
Yeah. It's like
Income is dropping
it's like
because of it.
how like I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that actually. My bad.
And no, it's fine. Like I see what you're saying. Like like what I think from what I've heard is like you're saying. So people less income, so less people are gonna be going to the pharmacies to get their drugs or something, or there's not
Or
gonna be as big as a need for prescription drugs or whatever because people just can't afford it, or because the government's supplying other means to get it, to where you're not employing pharmacists to like go through them to get the product.
well, it's more like the pharmacists are getting wage cuts,
Paid less.
and then
Oh,
also
okay.
I think like with it, Obamacare is costing hospitals a lot, so
Really?
they're gonna
Cut, cut,
like
cut.
they're gonna cut people like researchers and stuff like that. So they're gonna
Okay.
put a lot on the pharmacists to research into like drug development and stuff, 'cause that's what they do. That's like their main job. Like most of the time, the people that you get the medicine from at the counter are interns or like a pharmacist on like when he's not doing research into
Mhm.
new drugs and
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
So I don't know if I'd want to go in that anymore. I I don't think I'm like saying this right. How Obamacare is affecting it, 'cause like there's articles all over about it.
Oh yeah, there's plenty
Its
of things that
negative
you can read
effects
up
on
on
the
about.
healthcare system.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
It's honestly, in all honesty and an unbiased opinion, it's a bad bill. The idea is good,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work. The idea doesn't work.
Uh-huh.
And you see it in other countries, but yet we're still doing it.
Well,
And
in other countries like in Europe where there's free healthcare,
mhm.
people always say it's really good and stuff, but you never hear the opinions from like the real hospital workers and like pharmacists and surgeons and stuff. So
Mhm.
I feel like maybe they might have something to say about it that we never get to hear, 'cause all we hear about these people like praising it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just don't.
It's a
I still got 1 year to decide. So
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time. That's another thing. Like, um, you have more of an idea than most people I know, honestly, when it comes to like the fields
yeah.
and like why and what you can do with the field. Like a lot of people pick a field, right?
Uh huh.
But they don't know then what they can do in the field. Like you said, computer electronic engineering, so I could design this, this, and this, or a pharmacist, so I could do this, this, and this. Most people say engineering or business or education or teaching, but
Yeah.
what? You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? Like when I say communications, I say speaking publicly or in that. Some people say radio, news, television.
Mhm.
You have to kind of know where to go with it. You have to have an idea because if you say engineering, but none of the things that in engineering you like, then how can you go into engineering?
Yeah, I know. But
Or if you want to go into business and you don't like numbers,
I had I was talking to this
like
one.
Corey wants.
I
Mm-hmm.
was talking to this one person. They're like, I'm like, what are you gonna do? And they're like, I was thinking about business. And I'm like, oh, what are you gonna do in it? And he's like, I don't know. I like business, so I think I'm gonna go into that. I'm like, what? You kind of need an idea of what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's why I have a hard time talking to Corey about because Corey's just like business, and I'm like, "What are you gonna do in business?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Corey, you hate math, and you're not even really good at it. How can you go into business?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, I'm not one to admit I don't really like math anymore. I like kind of history, thinking kind of things, and I was able to find a way to enjoy it, and it comes from speaking about it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. You know,
Yeah.
I came to think that I kind of would like to be kind of a history teacher, but I don't want to go to school for that long to do that. And I like history, but I only like specific parts of it. There's only specific things that interest me about history.
Yeah.
I like the universal thought of it, but the other stuff I wouldn't interest me enough to actually have to learn it and actually like know it.
Yeah. Like I
So,
was talking to my history teacher like last year, and he said that like teaching lower level like world history and geography and stuff is
mhm.
nothing like high school uh social studies and stuff like that and history. 'Cause like in that you're just memorizing facts, memorizing facts, memorizing facts. But when you get to college, you you like instead of exploring like like this happened then this happened this day, then we're going back to like this other part of this time. You
Mhm.
more work on like the connections between the Great Depression and World War II and
Yeah, like how it happened. Yeah,
yeah,
that kind
how
of stuff.
those things
Mhm.
led to each other and how they're related. It's not
Mhm.
memorizing facts, it's learning relationships.
Cuz that's history when you think about it,
Yeah.
is how one thing affected another.
It's not
Why this happened and this
yeah, it's
happened.
not memorizing dates, it's
Yeah.
realizing relationships between seemingly unrelated things.
Yeah, and everyone thinks that all history is dates and facts.
Yeah.
And it's not really what it is. It's comparing things and seeing why if this happened then, why are we doing it again right now?
Yeah.
Like that's a big thing when it comes to like thinking and books and history is if we did this then and it didn't work, why are we trying to do it now? Or even in current times, if we're doing something here, why are we doing it here if it's not working?
Yeah.
Like it's like that's something. It's like that's like a human thing that there's books on and people talk about, but no one ever actually understands or actually follows.
Well, it's because those people with the big ideas, they don't really they think, "Oh, this is different. This has got to work. This is foolproof." It's
Mhm.
totally different. But all reality, it's not. It's not at all.
Mhm.
It's pretty close, if not
It's one
exactly the
of
same. So,
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things when I think about how the people when you listen to seminars or certain speakers who are like know what they're saying and talk about like success, philosophy, life, and happiness and that kind of stuff, and they tell you things to do to get yourself to where you're happy every day and you're doing what you want to do with your life. They tell you all the steps to get there and how you can do it and how you should and the way you got to think or the way you have to look at things or open your eyes to new ideas. But the thing is millions of people listen to that kind of stuff, but only about 1,000 actually do it,
Yeah.
right? That's like one of the crazy things about one of the reasons why I kind of want to be a speaker to laugh at things is so I can speak to a group of 1,000 people and know that everyone's listening, but know that only about 10 people in that 1,000 actually know what I'm saying and actually are gonna
Or,
do
yeah, are
something
gonna
about it.
do
You
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you think if most people listen to what people say about success and about being successful and having money and wealth and happiness, why isn't everyone doing that and being wealthy and happy anymore?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Like,
there's still a lack in like
I think it's like a drop.
for the wealth part. There's still a lack in I don't
Actual commitment,
yeah,
maybe.
commitment.
Is that the right word? Commitment or drive, you could
Yeah.
say. Drive or commitment. That's a good. Yeah. I think if you think about it, I don't know. It's weird. Like when I think about it, I think of it all as like such simple things. Like it's such a simple thing to do. You just actually have to do it though and commit to it. You know,
You gotta commit.
kind of like how if you want a job or to go to college or something, you actually have to commit to it. College is not a cakewalk by any means necessary. You actually have to. Most of the work is done outside of class, especially when you go into the harder fields or whatever, and you actually get into the field you want to learn about, right?
Yeah.
I guess I also kind of realized lately that I'm not going to be able to do one thing my entire life. Like every 10 years or 15 years, I'm going to have to kind of be flip-flopping between whether going somewhere and seeing something or doing something else cuz I won't be able to do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Not me. I can't even do it now. You know, that's why I kind of like the way things are. You know, that's why that's honestly why I hate school as much cuz it's the same thing every day, the same people, the same nonsense, the same gossip, the
Yeah.
same everything every single day. And it's like it brings you down in a way. Like you're so happy to get out of there.
Yeah, I know. I I don't like school at all.
Like I admire. Go
I
ahead.
feel like they don't I don't know, it's just boring. They don't try to make it I, about the learning. They more make it about the test scores and how the school looks on
Yeah,
those
not so
test
much actually what you're
scores.
learning.
Yeah. Not the
Like
not the
honestly, go ahead.
practical, but like
Uh huh.
how you look on paper.
Like if you don't look on a paper, then you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like tests. Like that's why I'm saying you have to be able to whether you're reading the information or you're being told the information, but then if you actually like the information, you can connect to it. You could easily find more information on it and then be able to explain it new information to other people.
Yeah.
But the thing about high school, especially, is that in high school, some people, the majority of people that know what they're doing or know what they're going to do in life, just see with your basic subjects, right? In the classes you can take, they see what classes they enjoy, what classes they don't, and the classes they don't enjoy, they find so boring and just a drag to get through, no matter how important that class is portrayed to be, because they know that that class or what they're learning is not going to have any relevance to them in life,
Yeah.
because they're not going to do anything that relates to it.
Uh-huh.
Like, for me, kind of math, sure, stocks has math involved, you know, learning it, but you learn that specific math that you need to know, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to know so much of it as a whole. Speaking is more of a English kind of thing to a history kind of thing because of what you're speaking about to speaking in general.
Uh-huh.
You got to be fluent, use good words, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's more what it is. It's not so much math and science, but I love science nonetheless, right?
Yeah.
I'm good at it. It makes sense to me.
Uh-huh.
But you can take science and you can tie it to philosophy and all that kind of stuff if you want to. It's all how you piece together the things.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's like in my school, since the strike happened, our
Mhm.
school report card like went down a lot.
Uh-huh.
So they're trying to like bring it up, and like they're doing like stupid things. Like we have this thing, and it's like a pre-test and a
Oh, like at the end
post-test.
yeah.
Did you guys take
We,
those?
yeah, like at the beginning of the
Yeah,
class. Like
it was
yeah.
literally the dumbest thing. You take
Yeah,
a pre-test over nothing you know, and then
yeah,
at the end of it, you have to take a test. You have to take that same
again,
exact test, and just to see
do
like
better on it.
if the teacher's actually teaching you something.
Yeah. And actually you learn
Yeah.
stuff.
So my math teacher, he hates that. He absolutely hates that. Like
Oh yeah.
it's his like he he's like, cause we're in college level math. We're in uh college math, and we have to, and he has to do this stupid high school thing. It's not even like worth his time. And so what he said is that when we take the test at the end of the year, he's gonna give us points based on how many we missed. So if we get one question right, we get -1. Just so that he skews the results. Just 'cause that's how much he hates that.
Uh-huh. That's like what my physics teacher said when we took the pretest for this section of physics, the second half. He's like, this is like so stupid. Like you I don't even care.
Yeah,
Like this is he literally said how just stupid it was because it has no relevance to
I
anything.
know.
Like tests don't prove what you know. Proving what you know is going out and actually applying what you've learned.
Yeah,
You could read a million books in your life, but if you can't apply what you've read or understand it, then how does it even matter?
yeah, I know.
If you went to school for a field and you can't get a job in the field, then how does that mean you learned anything?
Yeah, I know. It's just dumb.
It's like yeah, that's like it's just the education system is so screwed up. It's unbelievable. Like everyone is equal, everyone gets second chances. They don't high school's supposed to set you up for life, right? What to
And
expect.
it's
And they don't they teach you that everyone's equal. You're going to have plenty of chances, you
I
know?
know it's dumb.
And that's not the case. It's life is a brutal place that there's no people aren't going to say, when you're don't have a job, people aren't going to say like
They're not gonna.
they're not going to feel pity for you. They're
Yeah,
going to say that's your problem. Don't come crying to me about it,
it's. I know it's really stupid.
you know? So, it's just and then when you go to school every day and you're someone that understands that kind of stuff and you see that everyone else has no idea because of their attitude and the way they go about doing things,
Mhm.
it's like, oh man, you feel you don't want to sound like you're stereotyping anybody, right? Or that you're a bad person because you're thinking that kind of stuff, but it's just kind of the way it is in a way. Like you just see it.
It's just those, like some people, they just don't get it. Like
Yeah, they just don't.
they
Mhm.
don't see past where they are right now.
Uh huh. Like,
Or
don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I've admitted to it to myself like a lot lately. Is that I love the lifestyle of high school, kind of where it comes to school is easy as fuck, right?
yeah. Well, your
So it's high
school
school.
is easy as
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, I'm not in any honors classes. That's why. Like, if I
Yeah.
was in honors classes, then it'd be a different story. I wouldn't be saying that. But, the lifestyle is nice. You get up every day. You do what you want to do. You go to school. After that, you do whatever you want to do. Kind of. If you have a job, you go to work, but you should enjoy the job, especially if you're in high school. But it's lifestyle of kind of doing what you want to do every day, right?
Yeah.
And I realized that when it comes to the stocks things and doing what I want to do for the years after high school, it's going to be at least a minimum of 7 years of waking up every day doing exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I admire that kind of lifestyle. But it's a lifestyle that to have it,
You have to put
you
in
kind
a
of have
lot
to
of
work your
work.
butt off. And yeah, you have to work your butt off at the beginning of it to set yourself up to where you can have that lifestyle the rest of your life.
Yeah. I see. Like that's why people don't do it, 'cause it's a lot of work for
It is.
absolutely no return immediately. It all
No,
comes
it's like,
down the road.
mm-hmm.
You have to wait
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, and you don't even know when it's gonna happen
Yeah,
at the time. Like,
it could happen
it's all learning.
next year, or it could happen tomorrow.
Yeah, it's self-learning, and like it's not saying that people that go to college can't be successful, right? But the idea of you go to college, then you get a job somewhere, and you work that job for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing every day. Sure, maybe there's some new people here and there, you make friends, but it's the same thing every day.
But here's where I'm gonna come in. If
All right, go ahead.
if you're doing the same thing every day, but you
You
love
get good
it,
at it. Yeah, but you love
then
it. There you go.
it makes no difference if
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the same thing
Yep.
every day, or if you're doing whatever you want every day.
Yep.
I mean,
As long as you love what you're
yeah,
doing,
you love what
and you're happy to wake up every day and go do it.
yeah, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
But I think
yeah,
something that I trip up on is a lot of people don't know what they love doing though.
yeah,
Because like I want you to watch that video, and the guy says that one of the questions is, "What do you love doing?" And the way he talks to this story, you can listen to it before. Like I want to talk about it. Just about how these people that he went to college with and everything, it's like a 20-80% thing, and how a lot of people went to college, got a job in something that they thought they'd love doing, but then 10 years down the road, they're sitting there and they're like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like this at all. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They feel like they've wasted all that time doing this because they thought it's what they wanted.
yeah,
And I guess when it comes to like high school and college, I feel like everyone's rushed in a way to what they want to do the rest of their life, and they think they're going to love it. Or they're uncertain about what they want to do, but they won't just admit to it and ask for the chance to just lay low for a while and actually ponder the idea.
uh-huh,
You know?
yeah,
Like, there's nothing wrong with taking basic college classes before you take your major, or for not going to college right after high school for a year. If you're still living in life and knowing the challenges and working every day and at least reading a book or having time in yourself and thinking about these things, there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah,
Just don't feel pressured that you have to do it right away.
uh-huh,
Like, and school nowadays teaches you that you have to know.
yeah.
When you're a senior in high school, you have to know what you're going to do the rest of your life. You have to know.
Have you met with your counselor yet? And has she?
Nope.
Nope. Oh,
Nope, yours almost half over. Nothing.
don't. At your school, do they call you down and?
Yep. Yeah.
But she hasn't talked to you.
Nope.
Aren't-
I doubt he will.
Aren't college applications
he
due
will.
like tomorrow? Like,
November, I heard, was the good time. That's what Vaughn
I
said.
think.
He's like, November, you should have him in
I
November.
think yeah, November was early. It was
And then
yeah, the
December's,
deadline.
January's, you can't, after January, you're done. Like, there's no,
Yeah.
so.
So
I'm not going to college,
I
though,
know,
so I'm
but that's
but
like normal.
it's
thing.
bad. Yeah. They haven't. I doubt he will. I really doubt it.
Yeah.
My one friend got called down, but he has a different counselor than me, so,
Huh, that's weird.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just think I think college is misunderstood nowadays.
Yeah.
I think the whole education system is misunderstood.
Yeah. Well, how I look at it is like if you don't go to college and like you have plans like you, not like somebody that's
Mhm.
like moping through high school and then they can't get into college, like not that type of person, but someone like you that has plans and they want to do bigger things. Like
Mhm.
not going to college is sort of like playing a game that like if you don't go to college, you can win it big and you can make lots of money,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
you can fall short and you would have to start from from
Nowhere.
nothing, and you'd either have to go
Yeah.
to college or go down another road. But if you go to
Yeah.
college right now, you've got pretty much a secure job that you can
Mhm.
get with your degree, and you can live perfectly happy
Uh-huh.
and just live out your life. So,
Yep.
I mean, it's a gamble.
I'm up for the gamble. Like,
Yeah.
when I think about it, I think of like, I guess it's the way, because the way I connect with the people that have the stories about how they became successful and how they made like a decent amount of money and now come to talking and speaking, is most of them are people that maybe went to college for 1 year. The one guy didn't even finish high school,
Yeah.
and they lived minimum wage jobs through like their teens to their 20s in small room apartments, living on the edge with little to no money, not being anything, right?
Yeah.
And then one day it just dawned on them how, why am I living like this? Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I might not have went to college or finished high school, but I don't have to live like this. I don't have to not have money every day and be miserable every day. I don't have to do this. Why am I doing it? And then it changes your life like that. You turn everything around.
Yeah. And like also
And like for
part
mhm.
of that game that you're playing, like you
Uh-huh.
you have to have the odds in your favor. So you have to like, you have to
You have to have multiple options or multiple
yeah,
ideas.
and you have to have that drive and that passion,
Mhm.
and you have to
It's a lot of
really,
drive.
really want to do what you're
Mhm.
going to be doing, or else you might
Yeah.
fall short, and then you're
Yeah.
just going to fall, and then you're going to have to
Yeah, or
go back to
you'll
nothing.
fall to the very bottom again.
Yeah.
And you have to rethink things or whatnot. But
Yeah.
like for me, it's like I have multiple different options. I'm actually going to commit to it, and if I don't commit to it, there's always the military. There's always maybe college.
Yeah.
I'm setting it up in a way to where there's plenty of time to let other things happen if you find that the drive's not there. But I feel the drive lately. I know it's there because I think about those things and I want to read these books and do this stuff, but there's just not the time or the
Yeah.
mindset to do it
But
right
you're
now.
just tied back by school, and
Mhm.
you pretty much have to finish high school.
Yeah, like that's what I
So
think. Like as much as I'd love to drop out and take and make that even a bigger gamble, it's just like you just finish it. Don't worry about it. You got summer to kind of relax. You start
yeah,
working. You spend time with the people you care about and whatnot. You let that stuff happen along with everything. But then you have that time in the day to read the books, do the classes for the learning, and you can actually focus on it.
yeah,
You know, I have nothing wrong with trying to learn the stuff now, but I wouldn't be able to focus on it. And I know me, I wouldn't be able to
yeah,
because I still have that high school mindset because I'm there, I'm around these people, and just the kind of mentality of just not worrying about things as much, right?
yeah. I know what you're saying.
You have because once high school's over, you have to start worrying, and if you're not, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
you have to know that
Yeah.
because you're not gonna have people to post your bail all the way through life. Sure, my life's gonna I'm taking a gamble, but those 7 years, I set the limit. There's always the last fallback plan if it doesn't work out, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I couldn't make it through college, not right away. I don't have any drive to go to college, right? I thought I did at one point, but I have no drive to go to college. I'd flunk out, even if it was a field that I knew I wanted to go into. I wouldn't be able
You
to do
think
it.
you would flunk out?
I don't know if I'd flunk out, but I wouldn't do the best I could.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Like I wouldn't be able to get all A's and actually work my tail off to get the best grades, because I wouldn't. I already know I wouldn't have the drive to do
Yeah.
it. I think a lot of it kind of falls to where it's not that I don't believe in the education system. It's just that I guess I don't like the idea of someone teaching me or telling me what to think
Yeah.
or the set way to do something.
Uh-huh.
Because I guess one thing that's opened my eyes to all these people that speak, they all speak about the same general thing and like the same kind of principles, but they all approach it from different ways to where you can understand it differently. You can take different things from it.
Huh.
It's multiple levels. It's different layers of thinking. And then when you read the books yourself, you think your own way to think of it.
Yeah.
And it's all these different ideas. And then throughout like the 7 years, you're going to meet other people that think that actually want to do the same kind of thing. And you're going to develop things. And that's when the opportunities start happening.
Yeah.
Kind of like I know that you, me, and Corey could have a successful gaming channel on YouTube, but we couldn't really do it in high school and if we weren't really all living together because other than that, we wouldn't have the time and the mindset or the energy to actually get the work done.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Like it's a setback, but you know that if that was a circumstance that it would happen and it could happen.
Yeah. I feel like or even if we like lived closer, like
Yeah, 5-10 minutes or
yeah,
15
we
even,
could
you know?
we could just, pop it on a thumb drive and drive like bring or like I don't know, just drive to someone's house and you could get all this editing done and all of us could have
Mhm.
input on it, but right now it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
internet going over the internet, you don't
It's
have
hard.
that
It's
speed.
inconsistent.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then it's like too that honestly when you think about YouTube and everything, it's an entertainment like that. It's honestly like a job. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that until you're actually doing it. And you're setting it up, you're making the shows and you're setting the times and trying to get people to do it with. It's a lot of work. It's not as easy as you think it is,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It's just there's my kind of dream job is to have my own kind of company when it comes to entertainment, speaking, something like that, right? Just so I could touch other people in ways and get them. That's kind of why I wanted to like ultimately get a job at a high school for speaking or something. It'd be a hard thing to do, but it's very possible.
Wouldn't you need a
Um,
teaching degree to work at a high
you need, yeah,
school?
you need some kind of a degree. But on a limb, you could get it without a degree. You never know.
I guess so.
Um, very slim, but you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But even if you don't get a job directly at a school, there's still being a speaker and going to the schools, right?
Yeah.
Just so you can try to get the message out there for people to see. That's all that I try to. Because I truly believe that if more people thought about these kind of things and looked at things and just would realize the truth behind it all, that more people would be actually doing what they want to do, and they'd be able to admit to it. Like, you know how everyone says wealth and income is like a private matter?
Yeah.
I feel like it's only a private matter in a way because people are ashamed of what they're making. In a way.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
like for me personally, I'm gonna be open. My life. I'll be open with anybody if they ask me how much I make, because I won't care, because I know personally that if I'm making 20 grand a year, but it's not the best I can make, well then something's wrong there. But as long as you're making set amount and it's the best you could be doing,
Yeah.
then you're fine.
There's
And then if you know it's the best you could be doing, you have no problem admitting to it. Because that's just how, like, the mind and that kind of stuff works. You're subconscious. Like, but if you know you're not doing your best and you're making a set amount, you're not going to want to talk about it. You're going to be like, yeah,
you
know?
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. It's not really the truth. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Makes sense. Oh.
Like, sure, wealth is a personal matter, but if you're doing well to yourself, if you're doing well for yourself, then don't be ashamed of it and try to hide it because of fear of people might judge you because you're actually doing well by yourself.
Yeah.
That's another reason why a lot of people kind of don't like talking about, because they're afraid that if they're doing well, people are going to say, that's not fair, or they're going to make fun of you for it, right?
Yeah.
It's just weird how people look at things like that. Everyone's always kind of on the negative side of things in a way. Like, I'm kind of a negative person in a way, but I don't like to think of myself as negative because I see the truth and the opportunities and things, but other people don't. A lot of people my age don't see the same way, right?
Yeah.
They think about it the opposite. So then it makes me look like a negative person when really I'm trying to be positive and honest about the situation.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
the ideas all out there.
Wow. We went deep.
I don't know if it's not deep, man. It's what's there, but no one talks about it. Like, here's a cool question. Me and Dave were talking about, like, yeah, that too, about like philosophy and stuff, right? Or just kind of like thinking in general.
Yeah.
And he said, why do you and me talk about like why people think or why philosophy or why is this way? But a lot of people have zero interest or any recollection or understanding of it. But why do we have such interest and want to understand it at such a young age, but so many other people have no idea? Why is that? And I was like, I don't know. Like, that's a good question. Why is that?
Wow. I don't know.
Like, if you think about it, like, there's why? Like,
Probably because it just doesn't concern them.
it just doesn't like click, or they're not thinking like that. They're still in that.
They just don't think it matters, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could say that. I think in a way it's like you're still in that high school stage where you don't want to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And I don't think of it, to me when I think about it, it's not worrying. It's just what's out there.
And also, it, like, doesn't directly affect them that they notice.
Yeah, not yet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I like to think about it as in everyone's life, they're going to hit a low point, whether it's before college, during college, out of college, when they're 50, 40, 60. There's going to be an ultimate low, right?
Yeah.
Where you look at everything and you decide whether you did something productive with your life or if you didn't. And then you got to, so it's all how you look at it.
Yeah.
So, that was good. We had a good run there.
Yeah.
We got to try to get some guests. I was going to have JJ on like a week ago or something, but then I ended up having to work late at night and that didn't happen. So,
Yeah.
Corey, maybe we could do another Saturday night, but that's the only night that's good with him. I'm busy this Friday and Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I'm good Sunday night. Always good Sunday night usually.
Okay.
Sunday night's when you have like the drive, but maybe we could switch something up tomorrow. Special guest.
Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow?
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll see what happens. We'll talk about that. But so yeah, episode 20. Mike, anything left to say to the kids?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Fucking Christ. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll talk to everybody later.
See ya.